All right, welcome. So today I'm going to be explaining the answers to subtracting fractions with unlike denominators or the subtraction fraction puzzle. So here is the solution to the subtraction fraction puzzle. It's fun to say. Um, so lots of people thought you just lined up the colors, but that's not true. The colors are actually there to make it easier for us to identify whether or not the solution is correct. So, um, just like with the other puzzles, we we are matching the answer with the correct problem or the problem with the correct answer. So I'm going to do this by matching up. I'm going to start with this yellow piece right here and prove why it matches with the purple. So our yellow piece has the problem 5/12 minus 1/3. So I've just written this on a separate sheet of paper because good mathematicians show their work. And now I need to find a common denominator. So I know that 3 is actually a factor of 12, so I'm going to multiply our numerator and denominator of 1/3 by the same number, so by 4, to work with 12ths. So our new problem is 5/12 minus 1 times 4 is 4/12. Whenever we have the same denominator, we can just subtract straight across our numerators. We are only subtracting the numerators. Our denominator just tells us how many parts this is out of. So 5/12 minus 4/12 is 1/12. That is why the answer 1/12 matches up with 5/12 minus 1/3. We are using the same process to help us with the next set of problems. So this is 17 twentieths, 17 twentieths minus 5/15. So we are going to prove that this is the correct, that the correct answer to this will be 31/60. So let's go ahead and find a common denominator. Now, it's very tempting to say, oh, I can just make them both 20. But for this to have a common denominator, they need to share factors, and they need to be divisible by each other. So in this case, I'm going to count by the largest number, our largest denominator, count multiples here, and then find uh, 15's multiples and see what they have in common. So here I have 20, 40, 60. So I've just listed those three, and I'm going to pause at 60 because I think 60 is divisible by 15. With 15, I'm going to do 15, 30. I'm just counting by 15s here. 45, 60. So 60 is our common denominator, our lowest common denominator. So that is what we are going to shoot for. So 20 times 3 is 60. So I'm multiplying our first term, the numerator and a denominator, by 3. And then 15 times 3 is 40. 15 times 4 is 60. So I'm going to multiply the numerator and the denominator of our second term by 4. And I will rewrite this problem to show us the correct answer. All right. So we know the denominators will both be 60. So I'll have something over 60 minus something over 60. Okay. So now 17 times 3. So we know 17 times 3. Well, 7 times 3 is 21. And 10 times 3 is 30. So this will actually be 51/60ths. And then 5 times 4 is 20. So minus 20/60ths. Whenever we subtract, if we have a common denominator, we keep our denominator the same. In this case, it's 60. And then we just subtract across our numerators. So 51 minus 20 will be 31/60ths. So we have actually proved that 31/60ths is the correct answer for this. A simple hack or way to check to see if you have the correct answers is just check the denominators of the answers. Does it match up? Is it a multiple of the original problem? So I know that 1/15 is probably the answer for 2/5 minus 1/3 because 5 times 3 is 15. Likewise, I know that 23/60ths is probably the answer to 8/10 minus 5/12 because 10 times 6 is 60, and then 12 times 5 is 60. So the denominator makes sense. Likewise, 2 times 5 is 10. 20ths makes sense because 4 times 5 is 20, and 10 times 2 is 20. See if I can get this out of the way. 12ths makes sense because 6 times 2 is 12. 4 times 3 is 12. And 15ths makes sense. This one's kind of difficult because what they did was they multiplied to get a common multiple of 10 and 6 to get 60, and then the answer simplified down to 15. So this one's actually a pretty tricky one. So make sure you are checking your work based on what a reasonable answer is. If you need all of these worked out, let me know. I'm always available to talk on Wednesdays from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. during homework help. Okay? Thanks. Have a great day.